Hello Wargamers, I'm Vesa Ramnus, and today I want to talk about some rumors hot off the press at Fate 212, produced by Naftka. So over the past couple days, he's been talking about a new edition of 40K coming out within the next year. And today he has a little bit more detail on that, so I want to see what you guys kind of thought about this in general and about this little tidbit specifically. So if you want to check it out, you can go over to Fate 212 and read it. But in general, basically, some guys have been saying that there's going to be a 7th edition of 40K coming out sometime this summer. Someone that Naftka describes as a solid source, as highlighted here, is saying that it's not going to be this summer, it's going to be September. And it's not going to be like a midpoint edition. It's not going to be like a second printing or anything like that. It's going to be a fully new edition of the game, although it's not going to be quite as dramatic as the transition from 5th to 6th. It's going to be a little bit smaller of a step, but it is going to be a properly named 7th edition book, and it's going to look at Interceptor, Skyfire, Fortifications, Lord of War, and allies and data slates. And he says that they're currently testing it right now, and that they're focusing on making it a little bit more competitive across different point values, and that D-weapons might see some different rules when they're used outside of Apocalypse games. So that's what the rumor says. Basically, my thoughts on it: I think if they are looking at Interceptor and Skyfire, it's going to be maybe dealing with exactly who gets Interceptor, how Interceptor works, as far as line of sight and what can be targeted. Skyfire might be like what types of weapons have it and don't have it, and how they can function. Fortifications, Lord of War, those could just be inclusions of the escalation and stronghold assault rules into the core rulebook. But in addition to that, talking about allies and data slates is probably going to be addressing the force organization chart too. So if this is true, that's kind of my guess about what they're going to be talking about. But a few things make me feel pretty salty about this. One thing is that GW has made very clear that they're not interested in competitive play of 40K, and so this quote here down at the bottom saying that they want to make it more competitive is contradictory to a lot of things GW has said in the past, and also saying that D weapons have different rules outside of Apocalypse. Well, they just released D weapons less than a month ago, so why are they already why would you release something and then just say, oh yeah, you're right, let's put a completely new edition of the game out and invalidate everything that's currently out there, just a year and a half after we released it in the first place. So that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. But then again, this is GW. If they released a whole new rulebook, then everyone would have to run out and buy that rulebook. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did this, because it would mean more revenue for them from book sales and stuff like that, and they could completely shake up the meta too. So you might get completely different armies that are on the top, and so people have to go and buy a bunch of models again. So, but they're not exactly hurting for sales right now anyway, with the release schedule the way it is. Having a new codex out every other month or so, people are draining their wallets pretty quickly on that stuff. So who knows? So let me know what you guys think about this rumor. Do you think it makes sense that they're going to be releasing a 7th edition next September, or do you think that that's a bunch of baloney? I'm leaning a little bit more on the baloney side of things here, but who knows? It could be interesting. So again, happy holidays, and let me know what you think about this rumor in the comments below. Happy wargaming.